What is up, everybody? To what we're here today. So apparently, people are not liking this Wonder Woman movie, from what I can tell. Because at first, the Rotten Tomatoes score for this movie was 89% from critics. It has went down to 69%, so it went down a drop of 20% since the reviews are it's like everybody can watch the movie now. It's like the reviews have dropped by a drastic amount too, so that's pretty insane. I don't think any other DCEU movie in recent memory has done this has had a lower score like this. Like the first one did extremely well. Like the more recent DCEU movies have done extremely well, like Aquaman, Shazam. I don't think Birds of Prey even scored this bad, but this movie, people are not liking this one for some reason. And it's like, and when you look at the Rotten Tomatoes score, it's 67% on Rotten Tomatoes from the critic score and 76% on the audience score. Which for this one, I kind of go with the audience score more because it's kind of like the actual person could just get the average ordinary person could just give their opinion. So we're gonna read a few of these audience reviews. But I did my review of this as well. I thought the movie was okay. Like I said, I didn't think it was one of the greater DCEU movies, but I thought the movie was okay. But yeah, like a lot of people were not happy with this movie. So somebody gives the 5 stars. Awesome and worth watching, the best of this year, and also in the DC timeline of movies. Somebody gave it a 2 stars. Says movie was a mess, far too campy with a ludicrous premise. I don't think the premise was that. I don't think it was that ludicrous. What little scenes there are just look wait. What little action scenes there are just look silly. So much of the film doesn't make sense, and the weird flying scene where Diana does different poses and silence for 5 minutes is just icing on the best salad. The final fight scene with Cheetah was simply stupid. Wonder Woman whispering a speech that everyone can hear made no sense. Amongst other problems with the final act, if I seen this in theaters, I would have asked for a refund. He gave it half of a star. Let me see. I'm gonna try to dissect this. So this is gonna be spoil. I should. This is kind of spoilers. I hate put spoilers in the review. So there's a scene where Wonder Woman learns how to fly in this film. Um, yeah, she does fly in this film. This fight scene with Cheetah. Yeah, it was a fight scene. It was a pretty cool fight. I thought it was a cool fight, but like how it ended, it kind of. Well, Wonder Woman's gonna win the fight. You think Cheetah's gonna win the fight between her and Wonder Woman? They gotta make her win regardless. So okay. Then he said Wonder Woman whispering a speech that everyone can hear made no sense, amongst other problems in the final act. Um, the speech kind of with the theme of the movie about being truthful. Don't stop cheating. It kind of goes with the theme. So I don't know. I don't know if I completely agree with this review. Despite the mixed reviews from critics, I thought Wonder Woman 1984 was a brilliant sequel with action, emotion, and an excellent storyline about taking shortcuts in life. Yeah, that was pretty much like their general premise. You can't take shortcuts in life. It's like you gotta be truthful and honest. So it's kind of like they kind of kept along with that theme throughout the movie. Well, that was one of the worst movies I've seen in a while. I just like this movie. There was nowhere as good as the first Wonder Woman. I knew it was going within the first 10 minutes. The writing was so painfully predictable. It was predictable to watch the entire film. As the poor story led to cardboard like acting from the very good group of people in the film. Come on, dude. Like you said that no, you said the acting was poor. Now, like I can't believe that. Like, yeah, I don't believe. I can't go with that part. You saying the acting was great? It wasn't. Nah. The plot is ridiculously dumb. Dialogues are written in English, but by people who don't understand meaning of words. What? The whole point is to show some Spider-Man jumps and give you a moral of renouncing your wish. I just can't believe how long this movie is and how disconnected all parts are. Okay. See, this is the thing too. I kind of want to touch on. I don't know if these people actually watch this movie or these are people who are like anti SJW because it's like a war between SJW people and anti SJW people, where they pretty much hate anything that's not white, straight, and male. So like, I don't know if this is that crowd that gave these movies this 1 star. I really don't know, but if it is, it's like you're just as toxic as these SJW people you complain about. That's anti SJW is just as toxic as or worse than these people. So I don't know. I can't really tell for sure, but it kind of seems like people are just saying they don't like it just because I'm kind of getting the vibes from some of these reviews. We'll keep going though. First one was amazing. Was an amazing female superhero film. It was so good. I enjoyed it so much. In this rubber sequel, every single man is depicted as a catcalling asshole. It was just one person. I don't know where he says every single. It was just literally just that one guy who was like the dude doing the catcalling. All men are assholes. Um, there's a female villain, so I don't know where he can. All men are just like the villains narrative. All men are bad people. But there is a female villain, so what are you talking about? There's legit like a female villain. Cheetah is the female villain. So it's like I can't. I don't understand the bad reviews I'm reading. What happened? Were they trying too hard to make the point across the current world, or to write a coherent script? Seems so well intentioned, but such a disaster of a narrative. Our hero compromising her integrity for a man, and not even in his original body and someone else's. I'm not really sure. This is a long. This is probably like multiple paragraphs. I'm not reading multiple paragraphs. Movie like action. It was mostly cheesy drama. I fell asleep twice. Even the ending, big fight scene was nothing. Was a nothing burger. I waited so long. I waited so long to see this movie. Only to be disappointed. Don't waste your time watching. So you thought it was gonna be straight action that entire movie? I mean, I kind of agree too. I kind of wish it was more action, but like, what did you expect that? To be honest, like, what were you expecting with this movie? I thought it was extremely slow. I was expecting a lot more action. Some of the few action sequences were over the top for me. So some people saying the action scenes weren't great enough. Some people are saying the action scenes were over the top. So it's like it's so random with these reviews. The actors were great. The storyline and the flow of the movie was terrible to me. I was falling asleep halfway through the movie. Terrible jokes didn't work. CGI done on the cheap. Script written by a 12-year-old. Okay, like you don't have Avatar. Sorry. I can't agree with some of these. It's like I don't understand. You got to be an extreme. I can at least say the movie was okay. Like these people going to like the extremes, and this movie is a 1 star. It's a half of a star. Like come on, like knock it off. It's like I don't. I kind of can't agree with a lot of these audience reviews. Because a lot of people are giving it 1 stars, like half a star. It's kind of like the movie wasn't that bad. Let's see some of these posts on Twitter where people are thinking. Y'all thinking that critics' opinions matter is what is ruining cinema. And I kind of do agree. Just like with video games or movies, you can look at a review from one of these critics, but at the end of the day, it's gonna be up to you for you doing your own research or just watching the movie for yourself. It's gonna be up to you at the end of the day. For the last effing time, critics' scores do matter. Critics actually know what makes as a good film a good film, while audiences will go something they file to file just because it has cool action scenes. What? So so he would go with a critic review over his own review or a regular person's review? That doesn't make any sense. And like there's some movies that critics gave like a 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10, like Titanic. I don't want to watch that movie. Like I don't want to watch a 3 hour movie about a boat sinking. So I kind of don't agree with that. It's like just because a critic says a movie is good, don't mean everybody wants to watch that movie. It's like it's opinion based at the end of the day. So it's like it's stupid. Let's say critic review is like the definitive review, is the definitive edition of the review. I don't agree with that. What you expected most critics is basically Disney shields. If they praise this movie, a lot of people will subscribe to HBO Max. Fan reaction isn't much better. I do agree. A lot of people don't like the film as well. Um, Can someone explain to me the point of this movie? Like, what the F? At least the actors did their best. So he doesn't know what the point of the movie was. Okay, it was kind of you kind of made it blatantly clear what the point or what the theme of the movie was from the first action scene to the end of the movie. They made it very clear what the point of the movie was. So I don't know where he's getting at with that comment. Not even okay performances, and these performances are really only okay. Can save a story as messy as this story in Wonder Woman 1984. I didn't want to go into the writing because F that was horrible, messy writing. I wonder if all people complain about writing. Do they have like, have they ever written their own books or movies or anything like that? I mean, it's great to judge these other people who are giving their sweat and tears to doing this, but can you do it better? If, uh, okay, I'm not okay. Let's keep going. We should start relying on them to decide whether or not a movie is good. Whatever film is good, Warner Bros. Just need to move its ass and give us Birds of Prey 2 and Man of Steel 2 already. It's effing time. Birds of Prey 2 came out already? I don't know what he's talking about with that one. Um, this might sound extreme to some, but let me explain some. The Rotten Tomatoes is an example of what George Orwell was saying in his book 1984. No pun intended. Is the fact that we really only propaganda and hit pieces to make are that we rely on propaganda hit pieces to make our opinion, no independent thought. So what Rotten Tomatoes is. My point is, don't let Rotten Tomatoes form your own opinions. You judge for the film yourself and make your opinion as well as Orwell tried to warn. That is kind of true to an extent because some people do only go with the opinions of other more famous people or people they respect. It's like they kind of don't have their own opinions. Yeah, we see that a lot, especially in the younger generation. It's like they don't have their own opinions; they just go based on what their favorite celebrity does. I do want somebody's coming from that one. Um, just watched it. Fair to say that 69% is being kind. It doesn't mean that 69% good, but that 69% liked it. Okay, I mean like 69% thinks it's good. I'm good just saying. Okay, whatever. Let's see. This is the only critic that really matters, in my opinion, is the individual reviewer themselves. I don't go off Rotten Tomatoes when I see movies. To be honest, the new score is definitely more accurate though. It's kind of like they agree want the score to be whatever their opinion is. So the if they did like the movie and the score was horrible, they have a bigger issue with it because the score. That's kind of like people just want to see what they want to see. Like they want the score to be bad if the movie doesn't follow their agenda or their politics or whatever. Let's see. And I didn't even like Joker that much, to be honest. I thought Joker was an okay film, but people were like, "This is the best film ever made." I didn't agree with that either, to be honest. Like, I thought Joker was okay. I didn't think like people was like saying this is the best movie ever, both best superhero theme movie ever. I'm like, I didn't think Joker was that great. I thought it was okay at most. So it's like at the end of the day, it's all opinion based on these movies, to be honest. And like, cause I remember when Joker came out, people was like, "This is the best movie ever." I didn't think it was that great. I'd rather watch a lot of other movies over that one, especially like the superhero thing was over that one. But let's keep going. Yeah, but that's gonna conclude the video. It's like a lot of people didn't like the movie. I enjoyed it. I personally enjoyed it. I kind of want them to do a third one because I kind of want to see more Wonder Woman villains because I don't really know too much about Wonder Woman villains. I know she fights against Cheetah and Ares because I saw the different like other like Justice League or other like Wonder Woman movies, but I don't really know too much about Wonder Woman. Like we get like an oversaturation of Batman and Superman, especially like with the animated. If you watch the animated DC films as well, it's like always like an abundance of Batman movies and abundance of Superman movies. But we don't really get the other movies about the other characters like Green Lantern. We don't get too much about Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter, the other characters in this in the Justice League. Or I don't even know who cyborg villains even are. Like cyborg, who are cyborg villains? I don't know who cyborg villains even are. It's just an overabundance of Superman and Batman. So I don't mind when we get movies about these other characters like this. I'm actually happy when we see other movies, even if it's not a live action movie, but like an animated movie. I kind of like that as well because we get like yeah, like I said before, definitely an abundance of those two superheroes. So yeah, like I said, that concludes the video. Definitely want to see the comments down below. Leave a like if you like this movie. If you like this, if you like this video, and thanks for watching as always, and peace.